Metal Militia. That's right. Let's go through my very small Metallica collection rather quickly. It used to be even smaller. I used to have just the first 3 albums. Through the years, I haven't really appreciated Metallica quite that much, but I gotta say they did great things for thrash metal in the early days. They got it right straight away, even with their first album, Kill 'Em All, in 1983. The production values are great. I really enjoy listening to this one even today. Whereas many other thrash metal bands kind of have this unclear, muddy production, this is really clear and clean. Yeah, Hetfield does sound like a teen boy singing here quite a bit, but I just like the energy and the power of it. It's almost like a cross between fast heavy metal or speed metal with thrash metal. I like the fast ones really a lot. Hit the Lights, Whiplash, Metal Militia. Pretty much all the songs here are great though, except Seek and Destroy. I'm kind of tired of hearing that. Oh yeah, and the cover artwork. I think it's pretty cool, but I would have preferred the original idea with the toilet seat and a hand coming out of there with the sword and metal up your ass. I think that would have been so cool, but I can kind of understand why that was censored, unfortunately. 1984, Ride the Lightning. A really cool album. This is the one where they really get it right, like songwriting-wise, I guess. The style where you got a fast opening track, then you get the title track, and then a very slow plodding third track and all that. It's basically a blueprint for what they were trying to do, I guess, the next 2 albums, more or less. Really cool album. I'm not a huge fan of For Whom the Bell Tolls. I think these slower, plodding songs don't really work for me personally that much. Other than that, pretty cool album. Call of Cthulhu is great. The title track, Ride the Lightning, is great. Fight Fire with Fire and Trapped Under Ice, a couple of fast songs, really nice. Creeping Death, cool. I think it works. Fade to Black has lots of emotion, and I really like the guitar solos. My favorite is, surprise, surprise, Master of Puppets from 1986. I think they got this one pretty much perfectly right. It is a bit on the long side, and especially a song like Disposable Heroes just seems to go on forever. It doesn't seem, I don't know why it doesn't stop where you're kind of expecting it. Maybe it's a comment on the endlessness of war, who knows? Maybe they're really, really clever and figured that out. Let's make it a bit too long for that. But, you know, really everything here is on point. Here is the 3 CD version, the remastered album, and here is the live show. I gotta say, as much as I dislike Lars Ulrich drumming, on this tour, for all I've seen, all the bootlegs and shows that are floating around YouTube and whatever, I think he plays really well. He is really energetic. So the stuff where his technical skill ends, he's managed to pull it off because he's so bloody energetic. So I can understand why people who saw them on this tour would think they are one of the all-time greatest metal bands. I would kind of agree based on the stuff they did on this tour. And of course the tragic passing of Cliff Burton, which is really sad because I felt he really brought a lot of great things to Metallica. The 4th album, I avoided this for the longest time. I really don't like Justice for All that much. There are several problems with this. One of these is that they're trying to be proggy, but I think they were just proggy enough with Master of Puppets and even Ride the Lightning with Call of Cthulhu. So I don't think there's any need for them to make even longer songs. It kind of all breaks down for me at this point. Also, I hate the production. I really dislike the lack of bass. Here I can't really hear it at all. So this has the shittiest production of the 4 first albums, really. The songs, it's kind of sad because I think most of the songs are kind of good. There's lots of great ideas in songs like Blackened and Justice for All. It's just going on forever, and there's this slowing down section near the end of Justice for All. I wish they had just cut the song off even at there and it would be tolerable, but then they go on and on with it, and it's just, the repetition doesn't really, it's an overkill for me personally. Eye of the Beholder, I even like that one. I think the song One is cool. I think I prefer the video version though, which is like roughly 5 minutes. So this one is a bit too long. Shortest Straw, I think that's a pretty cool song, and Dias Eve. Unfortunately, I don't like Harvester of Sorrow, Fridays of Sanity, or To Live Is To Die at all, really. I think they're just too long and they don't offer me anything interesting. So, not a huge fan of that album. Even a lesser fan of Black Album, but I guess this is the one album we are eventually gonna end up with sooner or later. I've heard some of these songs like Enter Sandman and Sad But True, Unforgiven, Nothing Else Matters way too many times. They just don't excite me anymore. But I do like some other songs like Through the Never, Holier Than Thou. My Friend of Misery has this really cool bass riff, which is based on, I think it's a really cool song. The Struggle Within, I guess it's okay. Of Wolf and Man, I like the B side all in all better than the A side on this one. You probably can't see anything, but there is supposed to be some kind of snake figure here and Metallica logo here if you look closely. Enough has been said about Black Album, so let's not even go there. I do have one Metallica album more, which is kind of surprising. Death Magnetic. One thing though that might make me kind of not too objective about this is that I managed to see them live on this tour, so that obviously affects my the way I perceive this album. Also, I like Rick Rubin's production. It makes this sound kind of like Slayer, and I love Slayer. So whenever Metallica sounds more like Slayer than themselves, I'm on board immediately. I'm sorry to say about that. I'm sorry to gloat about that. That's kind of mean. Still, the songs are way too long here. And I would have probably cut out Cyanide and Suicide and Redemption completely. I don't think they bring anything interesting to this one. But other than that, I think it's a solid album. Probably my favorite since Master of Puppets. I mean, at least you can hear the bass sound on this one, unlike on Justice for All. So I think I actually like this one better. And yeah, that's pretty much all the CDs I have. I have a couple of DVDs, or this live shit package thing, which is like, I think, 2 DVDs and 3 CDs. I like the Seattle show from 1989 a lot. I think that's one of the best shows I've seen them do. I also like there's lots of songs from Master Puppets. All in all, the set list is pretty great on that one, because you don't really have any bad Metallica albums at that point. As far as the Black Album tour goes, I think it's just a bit too much. It's kind of for the very, very extreme fans when they try to offer absolutely everything. And I do kind of, I must respect them for that, to putting a huge hell of a show for the true fans. And Metallica has kind of retained this attitude where they're not like musicians themselves. They're almost more like music fans, and they have a great taste with music. As bands like Merciful Fate and Queen and Budgie and Diamond Head, I really respect them for actually bringing those bands forth. One more thing, Quebec Magnetic live show from the tour that I went to see. Of course, that's really great. And the set list, even though I wasn't in Quebec, I saw them in Finland, in Helsinki. Still a great show. And brings back a lot of memories to me. Great live band. I really love the laser lights on the show. But yeah, my time is up. See you next time.